Hi, this is Ryan from Cannabis.com. It is exciting times, lots of things changing. I just wanted to clear up some language problems that people have. Some people are calling what happened in Washington legalization. I contest that only because it was left as a Schedule I drug. It was left as a Schedule I in Colorado too, but I'll talk about the differences here. In Washington, a Schedule I drug is not legal, and cannabis is still found on the controlled substances list as a controlled substance. Section 22, or of Section C, number 22, marijuana is listed as a Schedule I controlled substance. See, if you go here to where it says hallucinogen substances, unless specified or unless listed, and another schedule, any material, compound, mixture, blah blah blah. Anyway, you go down here and you'll find marijuana. It's number 22. So when I see things like this, and Russ Belville is talking about how Washington has legalized, let me see what he says here. I'm just going to read his comments because, he claims to be the voice of the marijuana nation. So, I mean, is the marijuana nation just those who are his, listeners and people who believe in what he's saying, or is the marijuana nation bigger than that? I think it's bigger than that, and I don't think Russ speaks for most cannabis consumers. But he says right here, and that's just me, he doesn't speak for me. I don't know about most, but he certainly doesn't speak for me. Let's put it this way. And he says 18 medical marijuana states, 15 decriminalization states, 2 legal states. However, 1 decrim state, Colorado, is a legal state, so the decrim is irrelevant. The 2 legal states are also medical, but medical is still relevant as it offers patients greater protections. Except for only 1 state sort of legalized where you can actually have home grows, and where passing a joint to somebody else isn't a crime still. Colorado, you can grow at home, you can pass your joints without any legal infractions or issues or complications. In Washington, it's still illegal to pass a joint. It's still illegal to give your buddy a fat nug. Distribution in any sort is illegal except for under its strict and narrow licensing provisions, which, since it's still a Schedule I drug, I don't think they're going to give licenses for something that's still illegal. Cannabis in Washington is still illegal if it's a Schedule I drug. So I don't think that these people who keep boasting this as legalization are going to see any kind of legal market in Washington. Possibly Colorado. I see that much more likely to happen in Colorado than Washington. But it's still not taken out of Schedule I in Colorado as far as I understand it. And all the times I've read Amendment 64, I didn't see anywhere where they took cannabis out of Schedule I. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know for sure that it didn't take it out of Schedule I in Washington. So when they go to do licensing, they're going to be like, oh wait, we have this issue here. It's actually still illegal, so we can't give you a license for it. They don't even need the federal, federal courts to file an injunction or anything like that. Nothing like that needs to happen when it's a Schedule I drug on the state level, and Initiative 502 declared and wrote in specific language to say that they would cooperate with the feds 100%. So if they're going to cooperate with the feds 100%, if cannabis is still a Schedule I, my guess is nobody's going to get a license to be selling cannabis. I think in California, I have it a lot better than Washington. Like I say, if I go to the police station, I have an ounce in my pocket, and they search me and they find this ounce, they're not going to arrest me. They're not going to put me in jail, and I'm not going to get any criminal charges. At most, they're going to take my ounce away, and they're going to give me a ticket for $100 that I pay by mail. I don't even have to go to court, and I don't have anything following me around for the rest of my life saying that I was convicted of anything, because it's not a crime. And in California, under SB 1449, when we got cannabis legalized or decriminalized here, there we go with that wording issue. It's not legalized here; it's decriminalized. They didn't put any new driving restrictions or any new prohibitions on cannabis or on cannabis users after they passed SB 1449 in California. So I think that I have it much better than Washington has, based on the fact that they didn't add any new prohibitions here in California when they decriminalized cannabis. So that's all Washington got, was decriminalization. It wasn't anything more or anything less. I say right here, the definition legal is still beyond me with Washington. Seems to me, if it is a Schedule 1 on a state and federal level, that it's really not legal on a state or federal level. Washington equals decrim. I say, and Ray says, not decrim if it's still illegal from Fed. Point is that legal from the state. This brings up an immediate double jeopardy issue that is supposedly illegal and unconstitutional. The state legal, since Fed would not bust a single people for smoking. I say if it's a Schedule 1 in Washington state law, and it is, then it is not legal. State law was not changed in regard to the state scheduling of cannabis. Washington equals decrim, not legal. And Ray says, parsing words, it would seem it usurps the state scheduling system. And I say, nope, this is what it's going to read still in RCW 69.50.204, Schedule 1, still lists cannabis as a Schedule 1 drug. So that means it's not legal. That's what I say down here at the bottom. I say, let's see. Like I say, it remains Schedule 1 in Washington State RCW, meaning it's not legal. It's not legal. Sorry, people. Got to try again. Definitely can't stop now. But don't get too comfortable with thinking it's legal in Washington. It's nowhere close to legal. That's the most understated legal proposal that I've ever heard of, saying that I-502 legalized marijuana in Washington, when it most clearly did not do anything of the sort.